Action.
Yes, I've picked a piece, so you have to. Yes.
I've become useless at this game. Okay, guys. Hi, everybody. This is Radull Live. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about drafts. Yes, believe it or not, this is a sport. I know we all played Juakali when we were young, but it is a sport, and it is a sport that Kenya is taking seriously. Today I have, I'll first introduce the president of the Kenya Draft Association, Boaz. Boaz Juma. And then I have Chrispin Odhiambo. Champers! He won a medal last week in Turkey, yes. And so we're going to talk about the sport of drafts. First of all, Karibu.
Thank you.
Boaz, let me start with you before I come to Champers.
Yeah.
Drafts, when did it become a serious sport in Kenya? I thought we just go to the estates and play.
Actually, it has been a serious sport. That is what I can say. It's only that we have not brought it to the level that people can take it seriously. But we play it seriously. We even read books about this draft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but now you're making drafts boring.
It's not.
Kenyans don't read.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
But that's good, that's good.
Yes.
We'll talk more about that. First of all, how are you feeling, Chrispin?
I'm feeling okay.
You have a nickname, Goj.
My nickname is Chrispin. I mean Goj.
Goj.
Goj is my nickname.
Where did the name Goj come from?
Goj, what was my late brother's name?
Oh,
He also used to play draft. So they used to call him Goj. Then I inherited the name.
And you're carrying the mantle with pride.
Yeah.
Well done. First of all, tell me about your experience in Turkey.
My experience in Turkey was different experiences there.
A different environment.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. He's just back from Turkey, where he went for World Cup qualifiers. Yes, there's a draft World Cup as well.
Yeah.
But let me take you all back. Boaz, how did you get into drafts and decide that, now it's something I'll take seriously?
Okay, first I just observed, as we were young, we used to play most games. So one of the games we played was draft. In the area that we were, chess was something we had only in secondary. So draft was the game. And I started playing, and as I was doing well, I realized it's an enjoyable sport. So everywhere it was, I'll find myself interested in seeing what is happening. And that is how I developed liking for it.
And then to the point of were you a competitor before you were an official?
Yes, I'm a competitor. It's only that he is above me slightly. Let me use that word. Yes.
Call a spade. He's better than you.
Yes. In ranking, I'm somewhere there. Yes. So I compete, and then we started organizing inter-clubs where, let's say, Maringo and Botella will pray. And then from there, we realized there are people in Mombasa who are also interested. There are people in Madare, Alokon. When you go to Kisumu, you find people playing, you join them, and you ask them, do you have a association or a kind of grouping? They say yes. So that is how the interest developed up to like a tournament level.
I'll come back to you for a bit of the admin setup.
Yes.
Goj,
yes,
or Chrispin.
Yes, Chrispin, yeah.
How did you decide that you're going to play and you're going to play seriously?
My first encounter in draft, I joined the Kenya Commercial Bank. That was late 1997. They used to play
97?
The year 1997. And they used to play the interbanks. That was Kenya Commercial Bank, Standard Chartered. So I used to play for the Kenya Commercial Bank. And they organized a big tournament, which we played there at the KICC. And there is this player called Alex Lusala. He managed to be number one. Me, I became fourth position by then. It was there in 1999. That's how we started to play this game.
And
so I actually improved in the year 2000. That's when I improved well. I started to play it in a different level. Yeah.
So by profession, you're a banker?
No, not a banker, but I used to just to play for Kenya Commercial Bank.
Oh, okay. And then how many competitions have you gone to to improve your skill? Because now that's more than 20 years ago. How have you improved your skill over the years?
So my skill, I've played all over the country. I played in Nairobi. Sometimes I travel to other parts of the country like Nakuru, Kisumu, all over, even in the central. I've played all over the country.
Was this
so
the
that's
first
how I've improved my game.
Was this
Playing
the
with
first
different
international competition?
So international competition, we actually play through the internet.
Oh, it's online.
Online, yeah.
Ah.
So we play it online, but our first live tournament was this one in Turkey.
Was this one in Turkey?
Yeah.
What's the
But
international?
the players are not new. We actually play with them online.
Oh, so you knew who you were going to play against.
Yeah, yeah.
And you knew you were better than all of them.
Yeah.
Now I understand on the final day you were equal on points with the guy who came first.
Yeah,
what happened in that instance?
We tied in everything. In points we tied. Head to head we tied in everything, but they just decided like that.
What happened there, Boaz? Do you understand?
Yes. When there
it was
is a
something
tie,
new.
They brought in a rule of tiebreaker. In a tiebreaker, when the two tie, there is a way in which they use some arithmetic to decide who will be the winner.
The winner.
Yes. So unfortunately for us this time, Chrispin did not emerge with the 0.5 point which was needed to pick him, to make him the winner. So.
So unfortunately, he
yes.
had to come
So
second.
Yes,
Which
second.
is still a brilliant achievement.
So I
brilliant.
wonder which method they used to get
It was
that.
not clear to us, and
0.5.
it was not said before. So it was said only after. I think they did not answer.
These are the boardroom decisions we always
Yes.
talk about in sport.
Yes.
Sport should be played on the pitch, on the field, on the board.
Because
On the
as
board,
we had
yeah.
suggested that the two of them meet
yes.
for an extra match, 2 games.
Like
Yes.
2 games
If- yes.
or like that.
If somebody
Or 4.
wins, then the person is
That
declared
would have
winner.
made sense.
Yes.
But then it just shows you, Chrispin, regardless of the position they gave you,
Yeah.
as in second place, you're as good as the best.
It's okay.
You're as good as the best. Tell me about these trophies. This was the trophy you got.
Yeah, that's
You
the
can hold
trophy I
it.
got.
Show off. It's yours.
It's mine, yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great having this trophy, and I'm looking forward for the bigger one.
Which is the bigger one now?
The
Because
bigger one
those
is
were-
the first place. You see, we have the first place, the second place, and third places. So I'm looking forward for the first place in the next our next tournament.
in the next tournament, because these were World Cup qualifiers. So have you now qualified for the World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, we've qualified
So
for the
when
World
will
Cup,
that take place?
and that will take place in June. June next month. It will be in the United States.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're ready to... I understand, though, you can put your trophy
So
down.
we are just
It is
fighting
yours, we
to
know.
if we can get a visa.
Yes.
We're just fighting for the visa now.
Oh, yes, the visa process is a
Yes,
bit...
yes.
Eh,
So
because
that is
we've,
the next-
we've already been given the date.
Which date is it?
I mean, invited.
Oh,
we
for
we
the
have the
tournament.
invitation for the
tournament.
tournament. So we have started the process of applying for the visa.
visa.
Hopefully we will be able to make it, because actually we had qualified even previously for the world qualifier. But unfortunately it was during the COVID time. So we were not able to get a visa or to travel. So this is the second championship that is taking place.
Well, I hope you get your visa. I hope
Yes.
you get your visa. I know you had other challenges when you reached out on... your team reached out on Instagram. Are the costs covered for this trip?
Well, it was actually sponsorship from members and well-wishers. Yes, and in recognition of his talent, the players or the organization out there was able to send for us some amount to assist in air ticket, and then locally clubs gave what they had, and that is what was used to take them. Yes, for Mwashigadi, we really thank the Omar Mwinyi MP. He was the one who catered for all his expenses. So
And
we
we'll
really
bring
take
in
this.
Mwashigadi, who he's talking to. We'll bring him in the second
Yes.
half. He also went to Turkey to compete, representing Mombasa. So we'll discuss him in the second half. So what's in store? Because you're telling me you're an association,
Yes.
but you're not yet registered as a federation. What's happening there?
First, we really have used this opportunity to market ourselves. And we thank you for giving us this opportunity. You can see now we are somewhere and we are Nabado. So we are looking forward to be known and we hope to use that to now ease in the process of registration. For example, we have an appointment with the ministry today. So after this, we are going for an appointment to see what can be done to expedite the process of registration.
Yes, because once you're a federation, then
Yes.
you can apply for funding.
Yes.
You can apply for so many things.
Yes.
And you can manage the space in Kenya because is drafts played all over the country?
Yes, I've moved all over. In some places which I've moved, I've seen it in Kisumu. I've been to Meru, it is there. We have had tournaments in Mombasa. He has been to Nakuru. Even in East Africa, he won. There are different variations of draft. He went and won there. So really, it's played all over.
Which other variation is there?
There is what we play. The one which they were playing is called straight checkers, the normal one, where you move straight like this. Then we have what we are calling the casino. So the casino, the king jumps. There is a jumping, so that is the difference there. So the good thing is that he's good in all variations. Even when we come to casino, we do catch up with him.
He's trying to prop himself. But I can see Gaj can beat you. Goj.
Yes.
Goj can beat you. So Goj, because you're not coming back in the second half, what are your challenges as you go through navigating this career of drafts, and what are your hopes and dreams for the sport and for yourself?
Actually, drafts, we just play it like a sport. But we wanted to make it like something like you can get income through it, but
yes,
it has become difficult. So we just play it for the love of the game.
Which is most sport in Kenya, sadly.
Yes.
But I think, I mean, if
just for the love of the game, but you can't depend on, depending on it.
But you should. I mean, where we are now, when you have your tournaments, are they sponsored? Do sponsors come? Is there prize money?
Yes, we have prize money, but whatever we give is not enough to sustain somebody so that they can wholly depend on it.
It's like a token,
yes, it's
a
token of
one-off
just like,
appreciation where somebody will volunteer and give something. But I think when we are now in the bigger picture, we can be able to get, because even some people want to give sponsorship, but you know, they fear, are we giving money to people? But you know, when we are, yes.
Yeah, secondly, you see, they organize tournaments after a long while. Supposing the tournaments were maybe after a month. Monthly,
yeah.
it could have been better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Your hopes and
but
dreams.
Supposing you play maybe once per year.
It doesn't really help you.
It doesn't really help.
It doesn't make an impact. People don't even remember that there's drafts as a sport.
Yes.
So what are your hopes and dreams as you proceed to hopefully get your visa and go for the World Cup?
Yeah, that's true.
That's your dream.
That's my dream.
And how do you think you'll fare at the World Cup? Assuming these are players you've played with online.
Secondly, we want to open the ways so that people can join us. Other players can join us and join Chrispin, and we get more Chrispins.
More Chrispins.
Yeah.
What are your odds at the World Cup?
Yeah. My odds.
Your odds of winning it, yes.
My odds are, okay, first of all, we used to be underrated. We went there as underdogs because we had never participated before. So after playing...
This was Turkey, so you went to Turkey as underdogs.
Yeah, underdogs, yeah. So after playing, we proved that we can really do it. Yeah.
The problem with that is now people are ready for you.
So now people are ready. They know we are also good players, and we played well.
I always say Kenya, we are a funny country. We have so much talent, but we don't offer opportunities to our sports people, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because you can be world champion. Who knows?
Yes, because actually another time we had the world champion. He was there. He came to Mombasa, and he played him. They played 20 games. 20 games. Yes, and he didn't lose any.
He won all 20?
No, they drew. They played, yes. Yeah, so the result was a draw. A draw is where you win like 5, the other person wins 5, and the rest draw. Draw outcomes are common in a draft, especially if you are at a higher level. Yes, so they played 20 games, 5 he won, 5 the other guy won, and 10 were draw. So that is when that guy felt his weight. That this is a heavyweight like me.
Usicheze na Chrispin. Anyway, Chrispin, I just want to say thank you so much. We're going to let you go at halftime. We're just going into the break. Okay. And then after the break, we'll be joined by Dafton Mwashigadi, who was also in Turkey, also represented Kenya at an international level. But I want to wish you the best.
In fact, we stayed with him in the same... We shared with him the same room.
You shared a room?
A room, yeah.
So you were exchanging notes, eh?
Exchanging notes.
Can he beat you?
It's good. It's good.
Very good. That is as humble as a Django will get.
It's good.
All right, guys, we're going to go into a short break. When we come back, we will be joined by Mwashigadi. And as we say goodbye to champions. But can we hold on to this? It is so nice.
It is so nice.
So we'll see you guys after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Welcome back. This is Radull Live, and today we're talking about drafts. Yes, before the break, we had Champez, Chrispin Odhiambo, aka Goj, with us. He came second at a recent World Cup qualifier in Turkey, and only second based on a technicality, because him and the guy who won got equal points at the end of the day. But we're not fussing over that. We're just wishing him well as he goes to the World Cup. Now, I am still with the chairman of the Federation Draughts Association, Boaz, Juma, and we are joined by another player who was in Turkey, Dafton Mwashigadi. Hi, Dafton. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
You're doing very well?
Yes.
How was Turkey? What was your experience like?
Turkey tulifika mahali pale, ni mahali panapopendeza sana. Na nashukuru sana kwa Mheshimiwa Omar Mwinyi na ofisi yake ya Changamwe kwa kunishika mkono hadi kunifikisha hadi sehemu ya Turkey katika mchezo wa WBC. Sasa hilo ni jambo la kupendeza sana. Nataka viongozi wengine wawe na mwito kama huo.
So what was your experience in Turkey? The competition, the level of competition. What was your position?
My position, I became number 10. Lakini katika mchezo ule kulikuwa na changamoto mbili ambazo zinakuwezesha ushinde ama uanguke. Sasa niliweza kupoteza katika mchezo miwili kwa sababu ya simu. Mchezo wa kwanza nilipoteza kwa sababu ya simu. Mchezo wa pili ni Goj alinifunga katika hali ya mchezo. Wenyewe nakubaliana nayo.
But for every tournament and experience, I get the issue is to go and have a good experience and to improve.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not necessarily about winning every time.
Yes.
You just, as long as you improve. Are you also going? So you've not qualified for the World Cup.
I've already qualified.
You had already qualified.
Yes.
Now, I notice your site is not. I'm not sure what you call it. It's called partially blind? Or what
visually
is
impaired.
Visually impaired.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you play? Because obviously, like for me, I need to see what I'm doing.
Yes.
So how do you play?
What natumia mahali pale tulipokuwa Uturuki, bodi yangu ilikuwa ni kubwa. Alafu walicheka sana wale wazungu waliponiona natumia hivi soda vya chupa za maji. Hizo ndio nilitumia katika kucheza katika ile mchezo wangu. Wakasema watafanya ni jambo moja limewapendeza mimi kufika pale kwa sababu ni jambo watakaa chini waangalie upande wa watu wenye ulemavu upande wa macho. Sasa they want to come up with a new board which will be electrical. You make a move, it silently records in the computer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And you were explaining to me, Boaz, that
yes.
these are different.
Yes.
Just explain how.
The different variations of draft, or
For people who are visually
yes,
impaired.
for him, he has a special board that he uses. That board is blue and white, so there is a way he can be able to see clearly. However, he might need to bend a bit so that he can be able to concentrate on the board. That is what he does. And then he doesn't use the normal, these are the standard playing ketters, we call them ketters. But for him, he used bottle tops, blue and white. So those specific ones he can be able to see. So there is a way he overcame that that disability, slight disability, by using a special board. So out of that, they have now thought that, what can we do in the future? We don't want this person to bring the board all over, because he had to carry it all the way from Mombasa to Turkey.
Oh, they didn't have...
They didn't have.
Oh, so they don't have provision for people who...
Yes. So I think out of that, the provision will be there next time.
In Kenya, how many people do we have? How big is the community of visually impaired who play?
Not so many. Yes, I would say a handful, because that already is a disadvantage, and especially considering that it's not something that can earn you a living. So most of them really, don't get interest. Yes, so it's only a handful. Yes.
So what are your plans as an association to spread the game further, to be more inclusive,
Yes.
to register and be formal? What are the plans for the Draughts Association?
One, we want to ride on the social media, yes, and see how we can be able to popularize ourselves there.
And your pages are very good. By the way, go find them on Instagram.
Yes.
Draughts.
Yes,
Draughts
we are
Kenya.
on Instagram, we are on Facebook, Kenya Draughts Association, you'll find us. Even if you are looking for Chrispin, he also has his Facebook account, you can be able to get it, and you can be able to see the many tournaments that we have played. We also play online and physically.
Do you have a plan for the tournament for this year?
Yes, we have an open Kenya Open tournament in one. There are usually two, one in Nairobi and one in Mombasa. The one for Mombasa will be in June. Yeah, so in June we are going to Mombasa for Kenya Open. So if you are a Kenya Draughts player, you are invited for that tournament.
Okay.
Yes, the winner will have something nice now that we want to improve our kitty. And then we'll have another one in December in Nairobi. Yes. In terms of clubs, we have very many active clubs. Yes, we have around 10 active clubs in Nairobi. Just to mention a few: Mbotela, Maringo, Kayole, Umoja, where I'm the chairman. Yes. We also have Alokon. In Mombasa, we have several good clubs. Yes, we have Magongo Draft Club, Chani Draft Club. Yes.
That's mine.
There is
Kongoya.
Chani, Kongoea.
That's
So it's like in each of the towns, there is a draughts club. Yes. And they are more active than us in terms of...
Do you have women who play?
We don't have women.
Why not?
Yes.
And why did you answer so quickly, as if we're not welcome?
They play, but the number is limited. And also, just like we're saying, they look at it as a pastime. But maybe if we take it to the next level, we might get interest.
I think you should. And young people.
Yes.
Do young people also
Yes,
get in
we have young
professionally,
people.
not
Yes.
just...
We have even university players.
Ah.
Yes, we know there is Steve Admis. He's a good player. He's at the University of Nairobi. Yes. And so all these young players are there, at least for young men we have.
If you were to speak to a government official, not me,
Yes.
if you were to speak to a government official, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them that we are a registration, we are an association that is ready to register. They make it easier for us to register. And once we register, we need their support, because by drafts we can really promote the country, because we go outside there. Secondly, it is something that can be used to deal with youths who waste their time out there, because they can join these drafts, and it is time consuming. When you play at highest level, you can play even for a whole night, even 2 days. Yes, we play overnight, we transnight. Yes, so that means it will take away, drug abuse and so on.
It will keep you busy.
It will keep
I
people
just thought
busy.
we're working on trying to make sure that all sport pays, but
Yes.
it is a challenge. But we also need your side to also do their bit. And I think in terms of branding yourselves, I think you're doing extremely well.
Thank you.
I hope more sports channels can also pick up and highlight your achievements, because
Yes.
clearly you have many. You know, you're saying people played Transnight. We played for exactly 3 seconds and I was almost out.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I hope you're going to teach me. What are some tricks I should know here? Mwashigadi,
Yes.
if I'm going to play, which one would I play first?
With this draft, there is a lot of formations.
Mm.
Many formations are here. You can start in a 10-14 system. They have numbers. You can go 22-17, 21-17, another 20-19. These are moves which have numbers.
But you have to move diagonally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
There's diagonally. You can go in a this way. This is it.
We are moving diagonally.
Yes.
And then, yes, when you are picking, when you eat some kete, you jump over it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is how you do it.
That part I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you either move diagonally, mostly it's diagonally, either left or right.
Right.
That part,
Yes.
that part I think we know.
Yes.
But what differentiates my
At
skill
our
and his
level,
skill?
yes.
Yes.
At our level,
Uh.
we have even names for these moves. Like when you play this one, it's known as the old 14th. Yes. 11, 15 is a common old 14.
Yes.
It's one of the common games that is played by everybody. Yes. Yes. So we have that.
So is this what
Yes,
you would
this
do
is a
first
standard,
if you were
yes.
playing?
This one.
That one.
That's what you do
Even
first.
I can start here because I'm a professional player.
He's a professional, so him will
I can
prefer
do
that
even-
one.
So you're teasing us.
Yes.
Let me try with you. Let
Yeah.
me try with you.
That's the move.
That's my move. You're yellow. You're yellow.
Let me do this.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I can move this way.
You want to trap me?
Yes.
I can do this.
You have to jump. Yeah.
Wait.
Good.
Now,
That was
it
a
an
good move.
option.
Yes.
I could have jumped.
Yeah.
But now he's going to jump me.
Yes, he's going to
yeah, he's going to do this.
No. Yes.
Hawezi fanya
Yes,
hivyo?
he'll go to do
Atafanya
that.
hii?
Yes, and that will now be crowned a king.
Let me leave it to the professionals.
Yes.
This is why it's a game for me and it's a sport for you.
Yes.
But I just hope it's a sport that we can help you get out there and get your name out there and
Like-
improve the landscape.
Yes.
Yeah?
Lakini
What are
ja-
your hopes and dreams?
Kabla hiyo hii draft
Eh.
katika nchi ya Kenya ningependa ienuliwe, lakini kulingana na sheria za hapa Kenya upande wa michezo unakuta draft iko katika upande wa culture and social services. Hapo ndio wameka draft.
Not on the sport.
Under the sport. Hiyo ndio inakuwa shida na
Challenge.
draft. Hata unakuta draft inachezwa na most of the counties. Lakini the players of the counties go under culture and social services ambayo iko chini ya mambo ya ajua. Ndio utakuta mambo ya draft.
That's
Sasa
a very good point.
tunaomba Mungu atutoe mahali hapo kwa iwe mchezo kamili kama vile mchezo wa kukimbia.
Fist
Sawa.
bump.
Yes.
By the way, I agree. I
Yes.
agree. And if the right people are not listening, I'll make sure the right people get to understand
Yes.
that it is a sport.
Yes.
It is played worldwide.
Yeah.
There's a World Cup coming up.
Yes.
We got a representative
Yes.
who has qualified.
Yeah.
Any parting shot, Boaz, as we wrap up?
Yeah.
First is to thank Carol Radull Live for giving us this opportunity. Yes, we really are grateful. Secondly is to ask well-wishers and sponsors out there that this is a game and we are accountable society. We are an accountable association. When you give, we will ensure that you get what is due for your money. So please promote the game of draft. We are willing to do the organization and even promote you. So these betting firms, we can partner with them and we can be able to do something nice.
And take it to the next level
Yes.
and get people paid.
Yes.
Yeah. Any parting shot, Mwashigadi?
I look forward to make my talent glowing in the worldly circles.
One stage,
Yes.
And it's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
The way you just beaten me in 2 seconds. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yes.
And thank you guys for watching. We've been speaking to the chairman of Kenya Draughts Association, Boaz Juma. Dafton Mwashigadi. He is a player who represented us from Coast at the recent World Cup qualifiers, and of course earlier we had Chrispin Odhiambo, aka Goj, who actually came second at the qualifiers but was tied on points with the guy who came first. And Chrispin will be heading to the World Cup. Mwashigadi is also heading to the World Cup in June. Any support you can give them will be appreciated. Thanks for watching Radull Live. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.